Aerospace and Defence exhibition enters its third day. This at the Waterkloof Airforce Base in Pretoria. For more on the exhibition, we cross to our reporter who's been there for all 3 days, Patricia Visagie. Good afternoon, Patricia. Have you been in a jet yet?
Good afternoon. Not yet, but I'm hoping to make sure that before this AAD 2016 event comes to a close that I actually get that opportunity. But it's been a great day, a lot of funfair, a lot of things to explore. And of course, I must mention a great show from the team of pilots that are here giving us all this aerobatics that we see in the sky. As I speak to you right now, you can see the planes roaming the skies here. But it's been a great day. A lot of people, a lot of school children that are also here to explore, but of course a lot of interviews, interesting interviews that we get from the people that are exhibiting here and all the role players and stakeholders. And earlier I spoke to the CEO of the Hotend Growth and Development Agency, and that was Mr. Saki Zamxaka. So let's go straight to that interview and listen to it. Tell us about the role of the Hotend Growth and Development Agency, the role that you are playing here at the AAD 2016.
Thank you. We partnered with them to bring the event into Hotend because for us it's important in many things. It encourages tourism. There's more than 70,000 people who come here. It promotes economic activity, it promotes research. So for us it's a very important activity to partner with.
Now, the small businesses that are exhibiting here, how are you helping them, supporting them, and creating the necessary environment and platform to help them grow and advance?
When we look at the defense industry in South Africa, we estimate that it's about 20 billion rands. A lot of it is big business because it's capital intensive. So as part of our partnership, we made sure we have space which we could allocate to smaller businesses who are either active in defense already or have an interest in defense, that they can come and showcase their products. So we have 9 SMMEs that are here today, and they will be here for the rest of the show through a space that we created for them.
Okay, 9 SMMEs that are here. Is that number growing? Is it stagnant? Is it decreasing? Give us a picture in terms of what is happening.
The 9 doesn't represent everybody who's in the industry and is already active in defense. Our hope is that it's going to increase in 2 ways. One, the number of people who have an interest and are active in defense must increase, but most importantly, the value of the economic activity that they do needs to increase. So you could have 100 companies that all do 10 million, or you could have 10 companies that do $1 billion. So we want to see them increase in their turnover and playing a more significant role in the industry, especially exports, because a lot of the industry is actually export oriented.
In terms of accessibility for such a small companies, for them to access an event of this magnitude, how do you make it easy for them to know that such events will be taking place, and if they have an interest that they too can come and display their products here?
We have the Hotend Investment Center, which is a one-stop shop for businesses, where a lot of the businesses come to register their interest in what they want to do. We have other partners, the Department of Trade and Industry, the Hotend Enterprise Propeller. So we use our partners to help us select the businesses that can come and showcase in the different activities that we have.
And the selection criteria, what would those businesses have to meet in order for them to be selected to come and exhibit here?
In most occasions, it would be capacity to deliver, because we want people who come and showcase products that they are doing and they can deliver on them. The second one would be businesses that are already registered either in business chambers, or they are registered with the Hotend Investment Center, or have been funded by the Enterprise Propeller. Because when you help people who already have loans that they need to repay, you help them with market access, it improves their ability to repay the loans, but it makes sure that the businesses are sustainable.
What are some of the challenges that such businesses would come to you with and say, you know what, we're facing these challenges, please help us try to gear and propel us forward?
The 2 big challenges generally for any business, especially startups. One is access to a market. The defense industry is highly regulated, it's highly capital intensive, and it is big, and a lot of the projects take time to get off the ground. So helping South African companies gain ability to export is one of the big things, and which markets we open and help them to access. But also, even without the exports, can they fit into the supply chain of the big South African companies? Denel is one of them, Amsco is one of them, Reutech. So there are many big defense companies that the SMMEs can plug into. The second one is funding, which we don't do directly, so we'll then facilitate with either the Hotend Enterprise Propeller, as I said, or some incentives from the Department of Trade and Industry or the ITC or the Empowerment Fund. So there are various platforms we can facilitate for the business to gain access to.
Thank you so much. Of course, that being Saki Zamxaka, he's the CEO of the Hotend Growth and Development Agency. Of course, while I continue to have fun here and enjoy the aerobatics in the sky, you can hear, you know, those helicopters hovering the sky here behind me. Kendall, I think it's time for you to continue to update the nation there from the studio.
Patricia Visagie, thank you very much. You've got the kind of job that I wish I could have, chatting to jet pilots and so on and so forth.